All right. Hey, everybody. This is Sandra Dilbeck. And for those of you that don't know me, I live in Lebanon, Ohio. And you can kind of detect that there's a little bit of an accent. I am a Texas girl through and through, born and bred. And love your smile, Pamela. Thank you so much. So I have been, this is a crazy journey for me, but July the 25th will actually be 5 years since I started my Thrive experience. And if anybody would have told me that I would still be in this network 5 years later, I would have said that they were crazy. The fact that I even ordered the product, number one, is a crazy thing to begin with. I'm a 26-year teacher, veteran, and retired. This opportunity is what helped bring me home from teaching. And whenever I started 5 years ago, my sponsor had been in the network for about 6 weeks. And so we were kind of all ignorance on fire, and we were all learning at the same rate. Whenever I got started, we were kind of like the blind leading the blind, so to speak, at that point. And we have learned so much, and we're excited. And I'm excited that I get to share some of that with y'all this evening. So the first thing I want you to think about is whether you've been in this business as long as I've been, as long as Susan has been, or if you are brand new, why did you click the promoter button? What was it that made you decide, I'm going to push this button and I'm not going to order as a customer anymore, I'm going to order as a promoter? Write that down. Why did you click the promoter button? And why did you order the promoter pack that you ordered? Did you order the $400 pack because you wanted to make sample packs and you wanted to have some extra? Or did you order the $200 pack just so that you could squeak in because that was where your money was and that's what you could afford at that time? You probably had and still have no idea what that $200 pack is going to do for you as a promoter. Whatever you just wrote down as a promoter, that is your why. That's your beginning why. Your why pretty much stays consistent. Your vision board can change over time, but that why stays consistent. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of times people's why has to do with their family. And when it's your family, it's all the right things. All right, so exactly, what is VIP? You just hit the promoter button. You're now in this VIP stage. You're getting all these acronyms thrown at you, and you have no idea what in the world that they mean. So like I said, we were ignorance on fire, and we were the blind leading the blind. But so to start off with VIP, as soon as you hit the promoter button, or if you've been a customer already and you hit the promoter button, you become active right away. As a promoter, if you hit the promoter button, you do have to purchase the $200 or the $400 package. We don't have you dive into that $800 package. The $200 package is going to give you enough product for you and possibly your spouse. The $400 package is going to give you enough for each of you, as well as some samples that you can sell. You have 14 days once you hit this promoter button, once you become a promoter. In those 14 days, the bonuses that Lavelle offers are off the charts. You want to have 2 customers thriving with you on auto ship. And then you want to have 2 friends, your ride or die people, your bail you out of jail people, as Lindsay says, that will buy a promoter pack. And those are the people that you can say, hey, I want you to come on and do this with me. Let's do this together. It's more fun when you're on a journey with someone together. And so your friends who will buy those $400 or the $200 or the $400 packs, those are the ones who are willing to jump in and do anything with you. Whenever I get a new promoter, we focus on the 2 customers first, because as soon as we get those 2 customer orders for them, then they're already going to be thriving for free the next month. They're going to be getting their credits on the 2nd of the next month. I have a promoter that just signed up 3 days ago. She's already gotten her 2 customer orders, and so boom, she's going to be thriving for free and getting her credits on July the 2nd. So that is super exciting for her. We still have 11 days left to work on her getting those promoter orders. In that VIP stage, you want to have your 2 customers on auto ship, your 2 promoters who purchase the promoter packages, one of those, and $800 in sales, or volume as we call it. When you reach that $800 in sales, the company is going to give you a $400 VIP bonus. I don't know about y'all, but I don't have anybody wanting to give me a $400 bonus just right off the bat. They're going to then give you $100 in credits, and then they're going to pay you commission off of what you sold. So you have an opportunity to earn up to $660 just in your first 2 weeks. Those bonuses are set to jumpstart your business. And here's the crazy thing is that you could do that within just a few days, your 2 customers and your 2 promoters, but you've got 14-day time frame. If you do that again in that 14-day time frame with 4 customers and 4 promoters, they're going to double the bonuses that they're going to give you. You'll get $800 in VIP bonuses. You'll get $200 in credits, and then you're going to get paid commission on top of what all you sold. And so that is just mind-boggling to me that you only have to sell $800 worth, and you're going to get up to $660. If you do the math, now I taught kindergarten for 23 years because I don't like big math, but if you do the math on that, y'all, it doesn't make any sense. So I was a Thriver for a month, and I hit the promoter button. I'm going to be honest and tell y'all why I hit the promoter button. I did not know about Refer To. I thought you had to be a promoter in order to get your product at a discount. So when I hit that promoter button, I had no clue what I was doing. And all of a sudden I found out, okay, you've got 14 days to earn these bonuses. Well, as a teacher, y'all, I hit the promoter button the first week of school. That was the most insane thing I think I've ever done other than ordering my Thrive. And somehow by the grace of God at like 11:30 on the night of the 14th day, I hit my I hit that VIP bonus. Don't know how I did it. Those 2 weeks were a blur, but you know what? I relied on my upline. And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit is how you rely on your upline, the person who brought you into this, your sponsor. So in those first 14 days, you're going to be excited about your journey. If you've already been experiencing the product, you know already what it's doing for your body and what it can do for other people. We know that it's taking us from 0 to 60 in just a matter of no time. We know what's going to happen for them. They just don't know what's going to happen for them. So we have to be excited for them. Post about your journey. You can show your DFT while you're playing with your kiddos. Just live your Thrive life. Live your life and Thrive be a part of it. You know, that DFT loud and proud. Yesterday, I was in the paint store because I cannot, for the love of God, pick out a color of paint for my front door. But by golly, when my friend took my picture, I made sure that my DFT was showing. I'm still showing my Thrive life 5 years later. You can even do a fun unboxing of your product as your product comes. If you've never even experienced the product, but you can, or whether you have, you can be super excited about what you're unboxing. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at what I got. This is what I start my morning with. This is like drinking a milkshake every single morning. Chocolate is my favorite. And, or you could even do a picture of the box on your front porch and how it's like Christmas every time you get one of those boxes. But just be excited because your excitement is going to fuel the excitement of your friends and so forth. And when you post about it, that's when you're going to have them asking you, what is this? What are you doing? So don't get into a tit for tat with them on your Facebook. Let them ask you those questions, and then you can go into Messenger, create a group chat with you, your sponsor, and this person, and just say, hey, you know what? I just signed up to do this. I've just been experiencing this product. I know this is what it's doing for me, but my friend so-and-so, she's been doing this longer than I have, and she's been taking the product longer than I have. So I'm going to have her help me answer your questions. Okay, you've just created your first group chat. And as your sponsor pops in there and they start answering those people's questions or introduce themselves, that we always end those voice clips with a question to get to know who that person is, who your friend is. The chat groups, back in the day, whenever we started, we didn't have the chat groups. We had three-way calls. And I mean, it was like pulling teeth to get people on three-way calls. We did it, but it was like pulling teeth. Now, it's so much easier with these chat groups. And as you're listening to your sponsor or your upline explaining to your friend what the Thrive experience is and about their experience, you're writing notes down. That is how I learned everything that I know to this day. Now, being in it 5 years, do I know everything yet? No, I don't know everything yet. I listened to Lisa Fuller's Zoom today about the comp plan. Y'all, she told me things today I never even knew after 5 years. Still didn't even know that about the comp plan. So you're going to constantly be learning. Have your notepad, have your paper and pen ready so that you can be learning from your upline. But every single person who asks you about your Thrive experience, you don't have to try to make up whatever it is that you don't know. That's where your sponsor comes into play. That's where your upline is going to help you in those group chats. There's a ton of opportunities for learning, but right now your focus is going to be on getting this VIP 800. Your upline, your sponsor is going to be walking with you, running with you, arm in arm for these 14 days, helping lead you through this. And there are some things that we've got available to us that will give you instructions step by step, day by day of what you can do. Maria Dillard has created a Let's Go VIP bot. And if you guys are interested in that, I can always send you the link in Messenger for that. I mean, it spells it out. Day 1, this is what you do. Day 2, this is what you do. I have gone through that myself, and there are times that I will just, if things are kind of at a lull for some reason, I'll go in and I'll click, let's get started on that bot. And I'll go through just like I'm in my VIP stage all over again. And it just kind of gives you a new little boost at times. But if you've kind of gotten kind of stagnant and you're kind of like, okay, I'm at a stumbling block here. What am I going to do next? That kind of thing, even though you know what to do. But that bot is phenomenal. And so if you guys want that, I can send you that link. As you have your friends that are ordering with you, they're the best customer service that they're going to get. Track their orders. That's in your cloud office. And we're going to get to our cloud office here in just a second. But you can track their orders. And if you're not sure how, ask your upline, how do I track their orders in the cloud office? They will show you how to do that. But what you can do is you can tell your customers, hey, this is when your product is due to arrive, and you're giving them instructions of what they need to do and how they need to take their product, especially those first 4 or 5 days. Those first couple of days, on my team, we have them start with just half, 1 capsule, half of the mix, and even half of a DFT. Back in the day, we didn't know any of that. And I mean, I jumped first morning, both capsules, a whole mix, a whole DFT, and now we know start them slower. And especially for a girl who had only taken Flintstones, I probably was one of those who needed to have started kind of slow. So let's say you got your new Thriver, and I'm just going to use Susan as an example because right now she's beside me on the little screen. So Susan's my new Thriver. I'm going to be checking in with her in the morning of what should be her first day. And I'm just going to say, good morning, how are you doing today? Are you thriving today? And the reason I'm going to ask that is because if Tammy had known, Tammy is my sponsor, she had known I let my box sit unopened on my dining room table for 5 days. So if she had asked me that next day that she knew I'd gotten my product, hey, are you thriving today? I'd have been like, no, because I was really afraid of what was in the box. But so I always, I ask them, are you thriving today? Oh my gosh, hey, guess what? It's day 2, you're thriving, da-da-da-da-da. So check in with them once you know they've received that box. Check in with them, ask them if they're thriving today. Didn't you love it? Wasn't it so easy to get started this morning? Check in with them mid-afternoon even. How's your day going? Are you drinking plenty of water? I always tell my customers, the more hydrated you stay, the better your Thrive is going to work. And then check in with them in the evening. Now, we all know that if they're on just half of the product, day 1 and day 2, more than likely, they're not going to feel anything. But that's okay because we're setting the expectation of, wasn't it so easy? What mix did you decide to have today? That's always my favorite question to ask is, what mix did you decide to have today? Now that they give the extra box of mixes, a lot of my customers are ordering vanilla and chocolate. And if you're fairly new on here, I got to tell you, but when we first all got started, we had vanilla. That's it. And I used to cheat, and oh my gosh, so this will Yeah, I used to put Hershey syrup in my vanilla. Okay, that is like so wrong. You know, don't do what I just did, what I just said I did. But I wanted some chocolate. So when they came out with chocolate, that was a big deal. But we've got all those other flavors for people to choose. I keep extra flavors on hand. And because if somebody comes back and says, I'm not a fan of the vanilla, you know what? Have another flavor for them to choose from. The vanilla for me is kind of strong. Chocolate, I'll drink it every day, twice a day if you want me to. We talk about how they mix it. A lot of times they don't really have an idea of how to mix it. You know, that you can mix it with water, you can mix it with milk, you can mix it with unsweetened almond milk. Some people take the vanilla and mix it with orange juice. I've never done that. Oh, and I ask them, hey, how did you sleep last night on day 2 and day 3, day 4? How'd you sleep last night? For me, sleep was the big thing. Day 5 was when I slept through the night. Hey, did you wake up any earlier today? Did you wake up before your alarm went off? So you're already setting that expectation in their brain. Oh, maybe that's going to happen. It may not have happened yet, but it's letting them know, hey, that maybe is something that's going to happen. I used to be afraid of if they had an objection when they first got started. But guys, we're not going to know if things are going well for them if we don't ask, or if things need to be tweaked a little bit. That's why they're already in that chat group with you and your upline, because that's where you go to. Hey, so-and-so, how is your morning going? Da, 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 da. Every now and then they may decide that they're going to message you separately because they want to share something. Okay, this is something that's going on. Is this normal? Da, 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 da. Instead of answering them there, take it back to the chat group. And that way your sponsor will know what it is. There may be so-and-so, my new customer, Susan, she said that, you know, the patches kind of gave her a little bump on her arm or whatever. Okay, your sponsor can say, all right, well, tell me about how much water you're drinking today. You know, did you put it on an area that tends to be a little bit more sensitive for you, and that kind of thing. But take it always back to that chat group. But don't be afraid to find out if there's something going on. That's how we can tweak it and make it work for them the best. The relationships are key, because these people that you want to have thrive with you, they've got to trust you first. And they're going to watch you for a while. And you may be posting and people may give you a little bit of grief, and it may not be the easiest thing at first, but you know what? You know what you have. People cannot have any idea of what the Thrive experience is until they've experienced it for themselves. And then they're like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. You know what? And it's true, it is. But until they experience it for themselves, they don't know that. So your relationships with them are key. I always walk my customers through their very first order. It's that whole parable adage, if you teach a man to fish, he can fish for the rest of his life. So always teach your customers and walk them through that first order. With my new promoter the other night, I had walked her through an order. She had her first customer, and she said, can we get on and do a 3-way call so that you can help her walk her through her order and I can listen to what you say? And I said, yes, absolutely. And so I'm also going to do a video. There's an old one out there, but I'm going to do a video that shows exactly what the customers are clicking on when you as a promoter are helping them, because their screen looks completely different than yours. And if you're a new promoter, you don't know what screen is coming up next. So get your upline to help you walk those first couple of customers through their orders, and then you're going to have it picked up and you're going to know how to do that. A lot of times people will say, okay, I hit the promoter button, but I just don't know when I'm going to get this done. And if you look on here, I see a lot of ladies that are super, super busy. You literally do it in the nooks and crannies of your day. Whenever I was teaching, I would get up early in the morning. I would send messages out to people. Hey, I hope you have a great morning, da, 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 checking on my customers. When I took my kids to special at school, I was checking on them then. If I went to the bathroom, I took my phone with me. I was not allowed to post on social media during the school day. I would message my friend Tammy, who was my upline, and I'd say, Tammy, can you post such and such on my Facebook for me? And so Tammy would do a lot of my posting for me. I wasn't allowed to during the school day. I worked while I was in the bathroom. I worked during my lunch hour. I worked when the kids were at recess if it wasn't my duty. So I literally worked it in the nooks and crannies of my day, and I still do that to this day, even though I'm no longer teaching. People are not going to know you're thriving if you don't show it. So live your life loud and proud and throw that thrive in there. My social media, in my pictures, in my posts, and in my stories especially, I've got my thrive throwing in there. When I first started, I was like, well, how do you get your pictures to post? And that's where promoters are always wanting to know, well, where do you get these neat pictures to post? Why did everybody have these really cool pictures? Well, they all come from Lavelle, and that's where you can get your pictures are on the Lavelle Facebook fan page. I don't recommend going to Pinterest because a lot of those are made up. They're not compliant, and especially the one with the minion with the little DFT on his honey, that is about the most non-compliant picture I think I have ever seen come across. And you will see people that try to use that, and it is like, it's awful because it is the most, yeah, it's a non-compliant picture. So go on to the Lavelle Facebook fan page, look in the photos, click see all, and you're going to see all types of photos. And they've really stepped up their game with the graphics that they're giving us through that you can get off of Instagram now, as well as Facebook. If you see a post that another leader has posted and you're like, oh my gosh, that's worded so great, you know what? Save it, but save it for another day. I know that copying is the biggest form of flattery, but it will kind of mess up their algorithm, and it's going to mess up yours if you use it in the same day, even within the few minutes afterwards and so forth. So save it in your notes section, save it somewhere else in your phone, and bring that one out maybe 3, 4, or 5 days later. We can totally, you know, copy, and so that you don't have to recreate the wheel, but just don't copy it right away. Be respectful of the fact that that's their post. Make sure that whatever it is that you've copied and you want to post, go back in there and do some tweaking of the wording and make sure that it sounds like you. So my friend Bobby Joe, who usually is on these things, Bobby Joe lives in Pennsylvania. She says, you guys. She says yins. I don't even know what a yins is, okay? And so if I posted something like that, people are going to know that's not me because I'm y'all, you know, or all y'all. And so make sure that one of those posts sounds like you, and that it truly sounds like it's coming from you and not something that you've just copied and pasted, because people can see through that faster than you can blink. What is the biggest question that a potential customer has? Well, what's the cost? That is the number one, and that's going to be the biggest objection. And so I was talking with my new promoter the other night, and she was like, I don't really know what to say. And I said, well, here's the thing. We talk now about the retail cost. You're getting, if you get your capsules, your 2 boxes of mix, and your DFTs, you're getting over $200 retail. But you save $38 right off the top by going on to auto ship, and the company's going to give you one of those boxes of lifestyle mix for free. So you're getting all of that, over $200 worth of product, for only $150. Or you can say it comes out to about $3.50 a day. That's what I lead with. It comes out to about $3.50 a day. And y'all, I can tell you that is less than the ice cream I used to eat every single day. And that's less than the Coke Zeros I used to drink every single day. And you know that's less than the Monsters, the Bulls, the Blast, whatever it is those things are called, or the Starbucks coffee. So when they want to talk about the cost, just say, you know what, it comes down to about $3.50 a day. Then you can go into that whole, well, the retail, you're looking at over $200 worth of stuff, but this is what you can get it for. Now, I know as a new promoter, you don't have anything that you can incentivize them with. That's where you can offer them a rebate on their shipping. I helped my promoter the other day. I rebated her first customer on her shipping, and she was rebating her second customer. And then today was payday, and she sends me a message and she goes, oh my gosh, I got paid $18 today. Where did that come from? Well, she already got paid the commission on those 2 customer orders, and so of what they ordered. And so I said, well, save that. You can use that to pass on to them as far as credits and stuff go. Dig into your cloud office. You can't hurt it. I'm going to run through the rest of this stuff really, really quick so that we don't go over time. You dig into your cloud office. There's a lot there. But don't get so stuck on schooling that you forget to message folks, that you forget to get in your messenger, and that you forget to connect with people. You cannot hurt a single thing in your cloud office. You know, the cloud was kind of new for us whenever we all jumped in, but it is so easy. There's so much to learn from it. Don't get bogged down from it. Don't get scared. The only thing that we don't want you to mess with is your waiting room right now. That's what you need your sponsor and your upline to help you with. But don't be afraid of that cloud office. There's so much information in there. Now, as a sponsoring promoter, what should you do? Just assume that they want that VIP bonus, okay? You know, I used to be afraid that I was going to be pushy, but you know what? Be excited and just tell them and explain them simply without overwhelming what this bonus is, what it could mean for them, and you're starting to paint the picture of the opportunities within the company. You know, you got two options. You can order if somebody's just wanting to find out about the product and da-da-da-da-da. Susan's great about this. You've got two options. You can order as a customer or you can order as a promoter. She tells about each one, how you can order, and then she shuts up. That's not easy to do. Once you've told them about the product, that's not the easiest thing to do, to be quiet. But the first one who does the talking does the walking with the product. But you give them time to think about whether they want to order as a customer or as a promoter. As the sponsoring promoter, you want to help your new promoter. You want to help set them up for success. Get them thriving for free right away with those 2 customer orders. Share your credits that you can help with them with to help their customers with their shipping. You can, then when it comes to the promoter packs, your ride or die people, the bail you out of jail people, your significant other, someone who else is super excited with you. These are the folks that are going to become the promoters with you. Make sure that you have your new promoter in an upline chat. Now, if they were a customer first, you've already got them in a group chat with the upline, because that's who probably shared the Thrive experience with them, shared their Thrive story. So you've already got that upline chat created because it was there as a customer. Put them in a welcome call, introduce them to their next 200K up, and that kind of thing. Those welcome calls are huge because it helps them to know that not only is my sponsoring promoter here for me, but so is the next person, so is the next person. And then they start to see there's this big team of people that are all here to support people. They realize that it's not just them. When you're plugging them into team pages, be sure if you have a team page that you plug them into yours, or if you have a team group chat going on, plug them into yours. And then to start off with, plug them into your next person's team page. Right now, I could plug my new promoter into probably 6 different team pages right now, but that would be about the most overwhelming thing I could do ever under the sun. And so I put her in mine and I put her in my uplines. And she's still getting all of the information that she needs that's coming from Lindsay and Susan and Brittany and Maria, because we're putting all those that information in there, but I'm not going to put her in 6 team pages right now. That gets overwhelming. My phone used to ding, 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 ding like crazy when I first got started. But you know what? The main thing about VIP 800, 1600 is, you know what? Jump in with both feet. Don't be afraid. You've got something that nobody else has experienced in your little group of friends, more than likely, and you've got what they need. They just don't know it yet. So they need you to show them. You know, they're not going to really care about the ingredients. You don't have to be an ingredient guru. They want to know, is it going to give them more energy? Is it going to help them get off the couch? Is it going to help them to not come home after school, take the bra off, and they're done? You know, they want to know, are they going to start sleeping better? Are they going to actually be able to keep up with their kids? Are they going to be able to feel like doing laundry, cooking dinner, taking care of their elderly parents, things like that? That's what they need to know about what Thrive is going to help them with. They don't care one iota right away about what the different ingredients are. And so, you know what? Dig in with this VIP 800. You guys can do it, and it will rock your world, and it is going to launch you for success. Thank you, Susan, so much, and Lindsay, for asking me to host this evening. And with that, anything else? Does anybody have any questions? Okay, awesome. All right, thank you so much.